guys, in today's video I'm going to be adding too much to slime. This is my favourite type of video to do and your favourite ones to see, so I hope that you enjoy it, and if you do, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe. First up, we're going to start off by adding too many clay balls, and I actually saw this on Instagram, I think for the first time in December. I tried to recreate it at the time, but I didn't use the right clay and it was just not very nice at all, and it was also really long to make, so this video, for the preparation for just this one little 1-minute clip, it took me 9 hours. And I remember seeing Dr. J's Slime Shop, who I think started this whole trend. He said it takes 9 hours, and I thought he was exaggerating, so when I did it I fully felt for him because he does so many of these videos. I know that like I can never do another one of these again. It was really fun to see the outcome of it, and I love how all the colours are kind of held in suspension, but just the time it takes to prepare it is so crazy. After this, I moved on to adding too much hydrophobic sand, and if you're not familiar with what hydrophobic sand is, it's just repellent of water. It doesn't absorb it, it doesn't act like normal sand in that way, so you can put it in water and then it comes out dry. So I wanted to see what it was like in slime, because slime is a kind of like, I guess it is kind of like a liquid, but not really. It's just a really interesting one, so I wanted to see what would happen when it was in it. And in the past, when I've added kinetic sand, I think is the only type I've added before, it went really nice, fluffy. It kind of sank in, absorbed it. But with this, it was kind of the opposite. It stayed quite granulated. It wasn't particularly nice to look at either. I don't know. I think it was fun to test out, see what would happen. But personally, I don't think this was an amazing slime. I don't think I'd recommend it to any of you guys, but it was fun to see the results nonetheless. Next up, we're going to be adding too much putty into slime, and I've actually done this before in clear slime. I did it in a 1:1 ratio, and you guys wanted it to be a bit more extra, so I decided to add pretty much every unopened putty I had around. This is from Mythical Slime and also Dope Putties. I wasn't really sure how these slimes or putties would mix together, and when I mixed them, it just kind of turned into the best putty texture ever. It also had the best scent. I wasn't expecting it at all, but it smelled like chocolate covered berries, and it was so nice. I loved it, and these were both gifted to me. I think I have to mention that now because of FTC rules, but it was just really nice to play with. I loved this, and then when I mixed it into slime, it was always going to be a hard one because putty is so hard to mix in, but eventually it does mix in normally. I feel like putty is made of glue. I don't know like the typical like factory ingredients, but it feels like glue when it's in slime. It doesn't feel like you've added like anything crazy like clay or anything. It just feels like, I don't know, it feels thick. It's really nice. I always think it would be so cool if you opened a slime and you just saw someone's logo imprinted on the slime, and I always think the best way to do this would be with transfer tattoos, but I've never tried it before, so I decided to buy some off Amazon and just try it out. And obviously slime is a weird one. This does need to be on a dry surface normally. Your hands have to be really dry, and slime, I wouldn't say is wet, but it definitely isn't dry, so I wasn't sure how it would work. And I found that in the textures where they were kind of just like a normal texture, where they were kind of thick but still like very stretchy, sometimes it did come off on your hand. It was really easy for the temporary tattoos to stick down. On putties, I did find that the tattoos kind of took a bit longer to stick down and you did have to put a bit more work into it, but they do really hold the shapes really nicely because I guess the slime just isn't mixing as much, so you really have to put an effort to, but it's just hard as suspension. It ends up looking so pretty, and I think this might be a really good alternative to gold leaf. I get a lot of ideas that require a lot of things happening in the future, so when slime first happened, I was like, I'm gonna save some old slime so I can fix them in like a year's time and do a future video. And for this one, I've been planning it for literally 2 years, and this is getting all of my empty clear glue bottles that I've just bought over the years and emptying out the remnants of the bottle and seeing how much glue this makes, because I always find that when you finish pouring it, it kind of like tails off and it looks like there's nothing else, and I used to throw them away until I kept one day, and I realized there was probably about like a whole centimetre's worth of glue left in there. So I wanted to see how much this many bottles would make, and I was really pleasantly surprised to get any slime at all. I didn't want to make it in the pool just because I didn't think there'd be enough, but this is probably enough to kind of make in the pool. I don't know. It was cool. I really liked this. I think in total from this, I probably made about between 24 to 32 ounces of slime, which is a lot of slime. I would say this is definitely worth doing if you have some spare bottles around, but obviously if you can buy new bottles, that works the best as you get the most product. I love when adding too much videos have really pretty things in them, and I saw these really nice embellished, kind of like, I guess gems you would call them, but I just wanted to add in basically every shaped glitter I had. I called them sequins, but like we all know they're glitter, and I really loved the thing that went in the center. I wish I just had a whole slime full of that. If you want to see that in the future, do let me know. They are kind of expensive, but I think they'll be so worth it for a small slime because they're just so pretty. The thing I really liked about the outcome of this is that the shapes were so prominent in it and you could see every single one, whereas when you add lots of just tiny glitters, they all kind of merge into one. They kind of merge one color as well, but this was just so nice. They all stayed so beautiful, and I really just ended up loving this slime. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really sorry for not having posted recently. It's just because I traveled with work and then straight after that I got really ill, so I didn't want to kind of stress myself out and not get better as quickly as I can. But now I'm better, so hopefully a video next week as well. But thank you for watching this. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week.